Okay, back to me.
Yes.
This one comes from True Off My Chest. My teacher who called me stupid in high school was a patient of mine. When I was a freshman in high school, I had this teacher that absolutely hated me. She was my biology teacher, who was also my homeroom teacher. I never did anything to her, yet she hated me. She accused me of being on drugs one time when I never even seen drugs in my life at that age. I just finished 8th grade, going on 9th grade. I was just a tired, sleepless teenager that moved from north to south, also going through my parents' divorce. I was just depressed. Everyone down here treated me badly just because I looked different. I had no friends here and I missed my friends at home. So I did really bad in high school academically. I had to take summer school. She told me I was academically challenged, but I'm not. I was tested back in middle school. I don't have any disabilities. She even called me stupid in front of the entire class. One time I raised my hand to answer a question since no one else was raising their hand, and she was so persistent on getting someone to answer, and I got the answer right, and she said, "Wow, guys, even Jane Doe got this right. You guys should have known the answer." Anyways, fast forward more than a decade now. I'm a nurse. For a long time, my high school teachers made me start to believe I was stupid. I wasn't stupid. I ended up doing well in college. I just had a tough childhood. I was depressed. I went through a lot during my teenage years. Last week, my former teacher from high school came into the clinic I work at, and I took her vitals and got her ready to see the doctor. She didn't recognize me. I look very different, obviously, lol. And I got married, so I changed my last name. When I told her my first and last name that she knows me by, and I told her I was in her class, her eyes widened and she was shocked. She remembered me. She actually looked like she was excited to see me. She told me she was proud of me and she never thought in a million years that I would be her nurse. She joked to me and said, "I would have thought you made it as a receptionist if I ever imagined running into you at a clinic wearing scrubs," as she started laughing. I didn't think that was funny. Quite offensive, actually. I was a receptionist for some time and I hated it. They deal with more shit than doctors and nurses do. Anyways, my former teacher is still a bitch, lol.
Yo, fuck her. Rude.
Shh. I hate her.
Mix the files up.
Whoa.
You got cancer.
Go to jail for her.
Got cancer.
That's illegal.
You got herpes.
That's illegal.
You got COVID.
Still illegal.
You got scrungivitis.
What is that?
I don't know.
What a boss-ass move to be like, "Yeah, bitch, I made it. Despite your rudeness."
I'd be like, you better watch your attitude because, I got to make it to the back without mislabeling these.
I gotta poke holes in your arms and take your frickin' blood. You better be careful how you talk to me.
Yeah, you know what? That first blood sample, I don't think it was good enough. Let's do another.
And another, and another.
Pow, pow, pow.
I mean, they do that to me anyways.
That sucks.
Anybody knowing me, so just use that excuse. Is that illegal?
I never have any issues.
Well, good for you. You're perfect.
Yeah. Yeah.
Top comment. Good on you for having the strength to get past her and others' treatment and ignorance. Snaps. Despite all of those hardships that you faced and everybody else's determination to bring you down, you rose above and you became that nurse.
Good
and
on
I'm
you.
proud of you.
You know what also is like what I find interesting about high school that kind of sucks? High school only
I hated high school.
Yeah, me too. But high school only...
Yeah, right. So sorry. I don't mean to cut you off, but you were a cool kid. You were a cool kid. You always talk about it. You always talk about how you were the cool kid. How did you hate high school? I hated high school because I wasn't a cool kid. I was awkward. More awkward than I am now.
Let's take a journey down Denver's high school
I'm
trauma.
so sorry. But that was like... Okay, that was your high school years as a teenager. That wasn't like high school.
Okay.
I feel like that's different. Like you hated your...
Second half of grade 11, grade 12, great. Everything before that, fucking terrible, pretty much.
Yeah.
I do have this vivid experience, memory coming to mind. I don't think I've ever told you this, so you're probably going to feel pretty bad about bringing this up, bringing this trauma up, repressed memory. I was in, I think grade 10, and I was sitting in the hallway, and I will admit, I threw a candy wrapper on the floor. And a guy
Shame.
2 grades older than me thought it was such a huge, massive offense that he had to physically manhandle me and pick me up and then push me onto the ground to pick up the candy bar. And he did it right in front of who I thought was my friend at the time, who was way taller and bigger than this guy. And my friend did nothing. And I was utterly actually humiliated because I wasn't strong enough to fight back. He physically grabbed me and tripped me and threw me to the ground. There was literally nothing I could do besides grab my candy wrapper and put it in my pocket. That was like a really big being bullied moment in high school for me.
Well, damn. You shut me up real quick.
Yeah.
I'm sorry. I never got bullied.
Fucking piece of shit that guy was. I mean, he had a fair point that I threw the candy wrapper on the
what
floor.
the hell, dude?
But he was still a fucking asshole.
Yeah.
Who fucking physically like throws someone to the ground and make him pick up a candy wrapper? That didn't affect him at all. He just happened to be walking through the hallway and saw me do it. And he was like, fuck yeah, I'm going to take my anger out on this kid today. He later did. He was in like a similar friend group and he was at a party and he later apologized to me one time. And I was like,
nah. Fuck you.
No, I mean, I was like, yeah, it's fine, bro. It's fine. I want to fucking punch him in the face. But I knew if I did, he'd beat the shit out of me.
Damn. Well, I never got physically hurt in high school.
I mean, I didn't really get hurt. I got manhandled.
Yeah.
I got thrown around like a rag doll.
Sorry, was that your initial story that you were going to tell? Because I know I cut you off and I'm so sorry.
Oh, I mean, I got like 17 others, but...
No, but you were talking about in high school and I was like, I hated high school. And I cut you
okay.
off.
Did I ever tell you about the time that when my mom kicked me out in grade 9 and I had to go live with my grandparents? I moved from Sutton High and I moved out to Lindsay, but it was in the middle of the semester and they couldn't put me into the classes because the classes were going on. I missed too much time. So that I had to... I'm out in Pontypool and I had to take a 45-minute bus ride that came at 6 o'clock. Had to go into the Lindsay Weldon school. Then I had to transfer onto a bus that took me to like the anger management fucked up kids school for like problems and shit because all those people couldn't be in normal classes. I just happened to be late. I had my own anger issues, but I wasn't that bad. And then I had to do booklet work from the morning until like 1. And then I had to walk about 5 kilometers every day in like snow and like whatever every day.
What the hell?
And then I had to walk back to the high school that was in the middle of Lindsay. I forget what that one was called. And then I had to wait there and then I had to get on a bus and then I had to transfer back to Weldon and then I had to get back onto that bus to then take me home. And I had to do that every single day because I wasn't allowed in the regular school. And I was only able to make friends with the people who were on my bus ride. And then that cost me 2 credits. It cost me 2 credits. Because normally in grade 12, you get 2 spares that you can take. Like you can usually take like 2 spares. Mm-hmm. Did you get that?
Did. No, I never did.
Oh, well, I never did either. But all my other friends, they had 2 spares in grade 12. And I didn't because I had to make up 2 credits in order to graduate. So I had to do that all of the time. Mm. And then, I lived with my grandparents. So that was tough. So high school from even in grade 9 when I went to Sutton High was fucking shit. I don't really remember any of it because it was only like 2 months long, but I don't remember being a good time. And then Weldon was tough. I made a couple friends and I felt like a really small fish in a big pond. Mm-hmm. And then when I came back to Keswick and Sutton, I felt cool because I went to the Catholic school and they were all a bunch of bitches and I felt tough compared to them. It's like I was in like the penitentiary, like I was in the hardcore jail, and then I came back to like the ones where like people who for like finance crimes get locked up in. That's what it felt like.
Oh my god!
I was the kid. I was smoking. I was cool, and then there was like a bunch of friends that were like my friends from like grade 6 and stuff, and I kind of like just joined right back in on their group, and they kind of like welcomed me, and I was like the cool kid on the block. Yeah. That's how so halfway through grade 11 and then grade 12 was kind of cool, but I also still dealt with my mom kicking me out in grade 12 again and having to live on my friend's couch and stuff all through like grade 12.
Yeah.
So
okay, I take it back. I'm sorry.
In grade 12, I was kind of a cool kid, but high school in Lindsay from grade 9 to 11 was absolutely a freaking nightmare.
High school just sucks.
It did suck.
If you're a high schooler listening, which I hope you're not,
it'd be rare.
You'll get through it.
Yeah.
All right, back to you.
Okay.